Hello and welcome to another super exciting edition of C4, the news quiz show where we look at the news and talk about it. Stuart, you're once again on the show. That was a very naughty hand gesture. Should we go to the first story?
Let's.
Please. Villas.
Villains?
Not villains, no. There is a villain in this story, but we haven't got to him yet. We haven't even got to the story yet. It's villas. Now, what's going on with villas?
Oh, this must be about those villas that got knocked down in Zhengzhou near the Yellow River, right?
That is absolutely right. Now, as you well know, Zhengzhou is the capital of Henan province.
Yes, it is.
You did know that, didn't you?
Yes.
Not in the last take.
Zhengzhou.
Yeah, it's the capital of Henan.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know.
Well, you've learnt something today.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Okay. Stuart, it's your job now to expand on the story.
Okay. A village party secretary actually built 30 of these villas. His name was Mr. Shen.
Or Monsieur Shen, for those people in France.
Yeah, Monsieur Shen. And he's the villain, no doubt.
The villain.
But it's actually been said that only 6 of these are illegal and they are being knocked down.
Can I just stop you there? I love the way you went a little bit Chinese there. 6. Very good. Can you do 8? Bang. Okay. But 6 of them got knocked down. There were 30 of them built. What happened to the other 24 of them?
Well, they're going to be put aside for residential placements.
Okay, so the villagers are going to live in them?
Well, one would assume so.
Okay, but is there some kind of scandal bubbling away?
Well, some of the villagers have said that since the villas were actually built, they've been put up for sale.
That means the villagers aren't going to get to live there?
Possibly not.
Oh, well, we'll have to revisit this story later if this show is still on the air. But in Beijing, they had a recent similar thing, didn't they, with some kind of villa that was built on top of an apartment building. That's like putting rice on top of noodles. What was that all about?
Well, you can check out some of the photos if you want. Have a look.
Okay.
This monstrosity actually covered 800 square metres on top of a 26-storey building, and the guy who built it, who was a doctor apparently, he already owned a duplex apartment at the top. He was very rich.
Okay. Well, you know, doctors make a lot of money in China.
It's being dismantled.
Oh no! Was that because it was causing problems with water and gas?
Probably.
It was cracking the roof, I read.
We've actually got a video of it being dismantled.
Oh no, don't they?
I'm gonna wreck it!
Ah, wrong video. That was Wreck-It Ralph.
Now, Wreck-It Ralph was really funny, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Not like this bloody show.
Yeah.
Next story, please. Once again, during our great trip around China...
A grand tour, you might say.
Grand tour, you might say that, Stuart, but I wouldn't. We're going to go back to Henan province.
Oh, good.
What's happening in Henan province?
Well, you won't believe it. You absolutely won't believe it. 7 sanitation workers, all over the age of 70, have been asked to, can you guess?
Die.
Retire.
Oh, I don't believe it! You're right, Stuart, I don't believe it! Now, Stuart, I imagine a sanitation worker is someone who sweeps the street and picks up rubbish and such things. Why would they be told they can't do it anymore? Because old people are good at picking things up.
Aside from their advanced age and the fact that they're getting close to retirement age, they've been asked to retire because a department official said that he wants to prevent these people from getting sunstroke.
Now that is very wise. You don't want these people getting any browner than they already are. And the sun is very strong these days, isn't it, Stuart?
It's quite strong.
Super strong. But do you think it's right to make them retire at this age?
If they don't need the money, then I can't see a problem. If they need the money, then I can see a problem.
Okay, so if they need the money, they need to work. It's very basic economics, isn't it? You've got an economics degree, haven't you? No, it doesn't matter. Okay. But are there any activities, any jobs that you think it's important to be old?
Being Michael Douglas.
Why did you pick him?
Well, he couldn't have been in Wall Street 2 unless he was old. I can think of some other activities where it helps if you're old. Getting up really early.
They're good at that. Oh, they're also good at standing outside supermarkets half an hour before they open.
Getting in the way.
I've often tripped over an elderly buffoon.
And playing mahjong.
Oh, they are good at that as well. Anything else you can think of that old people are good at?
Sleeping.
Yeah, sometimes they don't wake up. Next story, please. Stuart, exciting news in this doubly exciting show. It's going to get triply exciting because for the 3rd time, we're going back to Henan.
Yes.
Okay, it's actually a story about a zoo and lies.
Okay.
Go into detail now.
This must be the Liar Zoo
It is.
in Lawhurst City at a place called People's Park. Everywhere has a place called People's Park. Apparently.
Everywhere.
And it was a liar zoo because they went in. Some people went into the lion's enclosure and they saw this.
Stuart, that was not a lion. That was a red dog.
Sharp eye. That was a Tibetan Mastiff.
Tibetan Mastiff. Now, I remember reading a while ago that someone paid £1 million or $1 million or a million pesetas or something for a Tibetan Mastiff.
Well, they got their money's worth. They got to see an expensive dog then.
Well done indeed. But this zoo in People's Park actually tried to palm off some other animals with dogs.
Yes, a wolf and what else was it?
A leopard,
I think. A leopard, yeah, with dogs.
Yeah. Well, they don't change their spots, do they? That's a dog. Anyway, I also read something about... in the reptile house, they disguised a couple of large sea cucumbers as snakes.
Did they?
Yeah,
That's
that
good.
reminds me of the time that you released a snake right here in the studio.
Oh, yeah.
Shocking. I'd like to thank CRI for this award, which is the award for the best show ever at CRI. So thank you very much for... Oh! But hasn't there been a few comments on our website about how angry people are that they've been tricked with dogs and cucumbers?
One mother.
Last weekend I took my son to the zoo and wanted to teach him how lions roar, but he ended up calling me a liar because he only heard a dog barking, a woman surnamed Lou said angrily. So Stuart, financially speaking, in terms of money, if one were to look at it economically, how much does it cost to buy a ticket
If you
to
want
go to the zoo
if you're
and see dogs
if you're
disguised as other animals?
if
If
you're
you wanted to.
if you're an adult, which obviously you aren't, it costs 15 kwai, and for children it's 10 kwai.
Do you have a student discount as well?
I don't know, I haven't asked. Haven't you got a student card actually?
I do have one, and do you know my student name?
Liar?
Clint Eastwood.
I was right.
Next story, please. Stuart, we are now moving out of Henan by train, and we're going to another province, the province of Shandong. Okay, so what's going on in Shandong?
I'm glad you asked. In Shandong, in Jinan, some people are going to rebuild an old railway station. Specifically,
one?
the Jinan Old City Development and Investment Group are going to invest 1.5 billion yuan. That's a lot of money, isn't it?
Yeah.
To try and rebuild the Tianjin Pukou Railway Jinan Station.
Wow, that's even more expensive than buying China.com. Who'd do that? Anyway, why did they actually knock it down then? Why did they knock down the old one? Because they're rebuilding the old one, and they've got a new one, but they want to get rid of that.
Well,
I don't get it. I'm confused.
21 years ago, they knocked down the original station, designed by German architect Hermann Fischer.
I imagine he's dead.
He probably is.
Okay.
And they want to rebuild it now. But the original one couldn't meet capacity needs.
Okay,
And
so
so they made a new one.
So the new one is new, but they want the old one back.
That's correct. Well, how eloquent.
Where are the plans?
They've gone.
Oh, madness. So what are they going to do to rebuild it?
They're going to look at old photos like this one.
Stuart, there's a chap called Li Ning who started some clothing company, isn't
Yeah,
there?
that's right. Yeah, and there's also another guy called Li Ming,
Who's
who's
that?
the head of the Jinan Archaeology Institute.
I think he's relevant to this story.
He is, yep.
What did he have to say about the rebuilding of this old German station?
Let's check it out.
Li Ming says that the station could not be restored to its former glory even if the drawings were found, because a present-day architect's attitude towards the railway station cannot be the same.
Stuart, that was obviously a quotation from our website, crienglish.com. Is there any other quotation from our website?
From the exact same story, there is another little tidbit.
Oh, cool.
A professor from Shandong Zhenjiu University, he believes that rebuilding the station is another stupid decision.
Now, can I pick up on the word another there? Because that means that a stupid decision has already been taken, which implies that he believes the destruction of the station 21 years ago was stupid.
Yeah, it probably was a stupid decision, wasn't it?
So the only person that's been intelligent in all of this, apart from this chap, is the German architect who also built it, and he designed it, but they lost his plans! That is stupid. Anyway, if you want to write in, the email address is down here. What about the Weibo address?
over there.
That is so beautifully done, yeah. And we shall see you again next week for the see. What is the four in the German?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Wir, see wir. Goodbye.
Auf Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Got the wrong video. That was Wreck-It Ralph.
I do like that film.
Me too.
I laughed a lot. Unlike this show. Next story. So they just have to whip out the old plans and rebuild it.
They haven't got the old...
The old like, literally,
It's going well.
There was
Let's
no
do it
reason
again.
for that. There was no reason for that mistake. None at all.
Because a present-day architect's attitude towards the railway station cannot be the same.
Okay.
You need the...
So everything they've done thus far is stupid, except for that German architect who was the bomb, yeah? Okay. Let's quickly wrap this up then. If you want to write in, the email address is down below. What about the voicemail?
You nothing. Oh,
We have the big fan base in Germany, yeah?
what a pile of... What a big pile of...
Excuse me. Okay. Oh.
What a terrible show.